Hey guys, Keppa here. I'm bringing you a review of the Blu Bold N2. I thought this phone seemed pretty cool because it was based for the US market and it has an OLED screen, and I was able to pick it up for
$150,
which seems like a no-brainer. There are a couple downsides, like it's only got one speaker, and then the main downside is it's running Android 11, and I have not been able to find any promised updates from Blu. So let's get into it. Alright, obviously I got this used, as you can tell. Whoever packed this together did an awful job. But here's the phone. Has a nice like leather back, and then pretty nice looking camera setup, and a very nice looking curved screen. One thing that's weird is it actually has two front-facing cameras. I don't know why they needed that. I think one of them's a depth camera, but I don't think we really need that nowadays. It's also worth noting that it comes with a pre-applied screen protector. All right, inside the box we get an included charger. It's a 30-watt charger, so I think this phone probably supports 30-watt charging, unless, you know, they're just giving us that brick for no reason. It also has an interesting looking cable. It's kind of transparent and then also super shiny. Then we've got a pair of headphones that attach through USB-C. I personally don't usually use these, but we also have a dongle that goes to an aux cord in case you don't want to use these ones, which really, who would? These probably sound pretty bad. And then we also have an included little condom case. Oh, actually this is pretty bulky, so that's a really nice case to get included with your phone. And then I'm sure somewhere in here there's a SIM ejector tool, and certainly if you get it new, there will be one, but I'm not seeing mine. Oh, and a sticker if you want it. All right, I've got the Blu all set up. One thing that's really cool about this phone is it has an under-screen fingerprint reader, and I've actually had the 6A, 6, 7A, and 7, and all of them had worse fingerprint readers than this. So for a phone that's $150, I've got to say it's quite nice. Other than that, the screen is just beautiful, you know, for AMOLED on this price, pretty incredible. And then, you know, the curves, even though it's kind of bad when you're using them because sometimes you get some false clicks, it makes the phone feel so premium, as does the fake leather on the back here, which I'm a huge fan of. I don't really like glass and metal or plastics that look like glass, so having this feels really nice, something different. It feels like I almost have a case on it without having the bulk of a case. All right, let's get into the speaker test real quick. All right, now I'll show you some games. I'm gonna go into Genshin Impact. All right, I'll just run around a little bit. So you can see it's a pretty good experience. Every once in a while there's some frame drops, but overall not bad. And for $150, pretty incredible. Considering this is like one of the highest fidelity games you can get on the App Store. So for most games, this will run them absolutely fine. Yeah, I'll show you Asphalt 9 just so you have another game for comparison. All right, Asphalt is loaded up. Good kitty. So you can see this phone is running this no problem. Not really dropping any frames. It's working very well. Alright, so overall, I'd give this phone a really good rating. One thing that I don't like is this double selfie cam is really big, and then for some reason, these icons at the top here, they just seem kind of blurry to me. I don't know what it is, but there's something about them, and I haven't figured out how to change their size. It's also worth noting that this phone's still running Android 11. It did get a security update in June, and maybe it'll get more, but I've been unable to find Blu's support page. So if I do, I'll post it in the description, but I probably won't be able to find it. I'm going to show some videos and pictures now. Here is the selfie camera on the Blu Bold N2. Seems like my lips are super saturated, but maybe that's just the screen, so we'll see when I make the video. So this is the video that you can expect from the Blu Bold N2. Doing a little zoom in, zooming out a little bit, testing the mic. Seems pretty good. Does not have anything that stabilizes, no optical stabilization at least. Maybe in post the AI part of the camera will come in, but I doubt it. I just popped my SIM card into this phone, and I'm just going to do a quick speed test off of Wi-Fi. Oh, you can see what I'm talking about, where the icons on the top just look kind of bad. They're just really big. Also looks like I got 2.5 megabytes, which is about on par with what I'd expect. That's usually what I get around my house. So all in on the Blu Bold N2, I think you can't really go wrong, especially if you can pick it up used for $150, because used when you're buying on Amazon with a phone like this most likely means someone just opened it and then returned it. And all of the phones that you can get around this price range, even if it's not used, it's $170. None of them really have OLED. A lot of them have 720p screens. They've got worse cameras, but in fairness, they are usually running Android 13. But as long as this continues to get security updates, I'm willing to make the trade-offs of Android 13 versus having an OLED screen and a better camera and that sort of stuff. Hopefully more people will buy phones like this in the future, so companies realize that in the States we can have more competitive phones at cheaper prices. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.